We're here. How you doing, everybody? It's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Welcome to the big show, 8 o'clock, Monday night. It's May the 10th, 2021. Welcome to TWB, where we like talking about cruise ships and travel and whatever else, amuses us. Thank you for coming on by here, hanging out with yours truly. It's great to have you back. I hope you had a great weekend, everybody, and a good week last week. Hope everyone is healthy and hope you're getting your shots. I know in the US, a bunch of you are getting not only your first shot, now you're getting your second shots. In Canada, a bunch of us have had our first shots. We're hoping to get our second shots soon. We're told in Canada, we're told it'll take 4 months between shot number one and shot number two. So we have to tolerate that. That's the way it is. But I'll tell you, we got ours for our first one in. Jennifer and I, we got our first shots in. We're happy about that, and we're now waiting for the news of our daughter getting her first vaccine shot. Hoping that will happen soon. We may hear that. We may hear about that. In the next week or two. She's registered now. We're told she was allowed to register. She has. So now we're waiting for her to get called in. So, yeah, it's coming into the 30s. The folks in the 30s in Canada. I know in the States, I think 18 and over, you're good to go, or 16 and over, you're good to go anywhere. Unreal. Alberta, anyone over the age of 12 can now register. So that's good stuff too. So it's happening. It's coming together sooner rather than later. And oh boy, I just hope that these case count numbers drop. Hopefully where you are, wherever it is you are, you're seeing already the evidence of the virus dropping off. We noticed in Canada this weekend, the numbers are dropping, but we are still very high because we had just hit the highest levels of all time just last week. And so now we're hoping that this is the beginning of the end of the end. That would be really nice. So crossing our fingers. Welcome one and all to the show. I'm glad you're here. Let me know, where are you watching me from? Where in the world are you? Tell us, to let everyone know where everyone is from today. Say hi to us. Fred B. Hi, Bruce. Why the cruise industry has not suffered in the stock market? Well, the shares are at about half of their best prices, at least. Well, Carnival, Norwegian kind of, maybe around 60% of their all-time high prices. Royal Caribbean is trading around 83 a share. They did hit 135 last year, sometime, or before the virus. But I don't know if they'll be able to stay here. I'm worried, or I'm convinced really that the likelihood is that these shares will drop in value over this year. Throughout the year, they'll just slowly back off. But hey, I don't recommend investing in right now because they're carrying this unbelievable debt, and they've issued so many shares, and they might issue more. But we'll see. Fitzroy is in the house. Hi, Bruce. Greetings from Grenada. Everyone be safe in the kitchen. Fry bakes and salt fish sourced with pure local coca tea. Beautiful Grenada. Man, oh man, Fitzroy, you're making me jealous every time you do this. I love it. Way to go, buddy. Thank you for saying hi to us. And best wishes from all of us at TWB to everyone in Grenada. So nice to have you join us every week. Dan Massey, good evening. Bruce from Hamilton, Ontario. Welcome, buddy. Thank you for being here as always. Ken Kuchera, hello from Ken and Janet in Saginaw, Michigan. The temperature is 52 degrees. Gas is $2.93 a gallon. Unbelievable. Thank you guys for being here. And I hope you're having a good time out there. Staying healthy, of course. I appreciate you sending us photos from time to time. It's wonderful that you're doing great. MG Carnival Corporation Ada Cruises celebrates opening of Europe's largest shore power plant in Germany. That's right. That is true. Is that Hamburg? If am I right, or is it Kiel? This is the kind of news that should be everywhere. This should be happening around the world, and it's not. It should be happening all over the USA and Canada, and it's not. It's happening in spots. I will grant you that. There is a movement underfoot. Apparently, Miami is putting shore power in. Finally, should have been done a decade ago or longer, but it's slowly coming. Kirk, hey Bruce, again, great sponsor show. Kirk from the Big Apple. The man is in the house. Welcome, buddy. Colleen, also, hi Colleen. Another sponsor member is here. Welcome, dear. Nice to have you here. Jeannie is a sponsor member. You can tell the sponsor members with their logos beside their names. Thank you, Jeannie. Bill and Jeannie are watching. They're continuing the Monday fun. Thank you guys so much for being with us tonight. MGTO Norwegian quarterly report, May 10 coming up. We'll see what happens. Michelle, welcome, Michelle. Hello, TWB family. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers. That's right. The mommies had Mommy's Day yesterday. Jennifer, she was in bed for a good part of the morning, and I brought her morning tea. And then I brought her a slice of cake. And then she watched curling, and she was really enjoying life. Then she got a call from her daughter, and she was delighted. Then she got a call from her sister, and the two moms compared notes, of course, which is what they do, and that makes the husbands the bums, the culprits, and everything wrong with life is the husband's fault, and all is good. Everything's the two sisters talked. They're both happy, and we, me and the other brother-in-law, we just lay low and say nothing and hope she's not listening to us right now while I'm telling you what happened yesterday. Hi, honey. How's it going? How you doing? I think I'm in big trouble. Lies, all lies. Lies, all lies. Celebrity X Cruises. Hello, Bruce. How you doing, Celebrity X Cruises? Welcome to the show. Gregory Allen. Temperature in the UK, 59 Fahrenheit, and gas is expensive, and that's the bottom line. John Anderson, hello everybody. Hi, John. Keyring, hey Bruce, how you doing? Keyring 86. Take Care Bella's here from Tampa. Michelle, Brooklyn, New York. If you want to know where I'm from, glad to hear you got your first shot, says TK2X. Bruce, getting there. Beautiful weather here in Austin in the 70s. We're in the 60s today. We're going to be in the 70s the next couple of days. Michelle Forbes, 90 degrees in Sacramento, and gas is approaching $4 a gallon in California. Ryan from Brampton. How you doing, Ryan? MG Toe, everyone in Canada is going to be turned into zombies up there. Jenny Gagney, hi Jenny, didn't realize you were Canadian. Niagara Falls here, right on. I had a cousin who used to live in the Niagara Falls area. His family owned a farm right near the falls, and they grew peaches, strawberries, apples, pears, plums, cherries. They worked hard. He didn't enjoy living on the farm. The mom and dad bought the farm when he was about 12 or 14, something like about 14, and he worked his butt off on that thing. He didn't like it. The farm eventually did get sold after everyone, the kids moved on, and mom and dad sold the farm off. And now that whole region of farms that used to be all different kinds of fruits, now these are wineries. These are all grape growing areas. They're growing grapes and making wine. They can make more money doing that on one crop than growing several different kinds of crops. So interesting stuff. Stephen Siderman, Jeffersonville, Indiana. Welcome from Jeffersonville. Love that. Bullcraft Max is in the house. Hey, buddy. How you doing today? Bullcraft Max is saying, Bruce, how are you? Great show today on the Stock Market Channel. IPO to the moon, IPOE to the moon. Watching from New Jersey today. What is the funniest moment you've ever had on a cruise? Oh, gotta be our first cruise. Jen is already laughing. She knows exactly what I'm going to tell you. She knows the story I'm going to tell you. The first ever cruise. We got on the ship with friends of ours. We took this 1 week cruise on the Oosterdam, the Holland America Oosterdam. We were going to leave from San Diego to Mexico and back 7 days. The cruise is great. It was a great time. But the first day, we had already got on the ship, and we were walking around, and our friends, we walked the whole ship together, and we ended up at the buffet, and we had a bite to eat. And then we decided it was like getting close to muster drill time. It was kind of like 4 o'clock, and we were going to leave in about 15, 20 minutes. And it might have been after the muster drill. I'm not exactly sure on this one, but it doesn't matter. Jen and I were in our cabin, and our suitcases had arrived, and we were in our cabin. We had a balcony cabin, and we could hear voices from next door, and they weren't soft, silent, I love you kind of voices. They were like, there was like a bit of a discussion going on, and it seemed, I heard the male voice more than the female voice. Yeah. Anyway, we heard this muffled commotion, discussion. Anyway, I opened the balcony door to our room, and I go out on the balcony, and I can hear much clearer now what's going on, because next door, the balcony door was open too, and I was hearing the kind of discussion that made me put two and two together, and it quickly became apparent to both Jennifer and I what was going on over there. And we speculated that what was happening was a guy and a girl were traveling on a cruise together. But we don't think that the guy and the girl were actually married. We suspected, could have been, but we kind of suspected that it's possible that the guy and the girl were friends, and that the guy may have assumed that going on a one-week cruise in a balcony cabin that they would have they'd have the bed put together for the cruise, if you get my drift, as opposed to two single beds apart. And I got the impression that the beds were separated, that they had been ordered singly, not together, and that it's possible that this relationship hadn't quite gone as far as maybe one person had hoped that relationship had gone, and that the other person decided that we're going to kind of lay low here on this 1 week cruise on a cruise ship. And anyway, there was amplified discussion going on, and I heard the classic one-liner of all one-liners that I will share with you. I heard the gentleman, the voice getting louder as he seemed to be coming towards the balcony. So I backed up in my balcony just where my door was, so that I was sort of standing just at the sliding door spot rather than out on the rail. And he was, halfway to the railing, and he was talking backwards to the cabin, back into the cabin kind of thing. And I so I was out of sight, I wasn't like in this line of sight at all. And the key line to the whole thing, as he was pulling out a cigarette to have a smoke on the balcony, which you're not supposed to do, but he was stressed. He said, "Wow, some fine cruise this turned out to be." This was like the line of lines. And he
didn't say fine.
He didn't use the word fine. He used another word that sort of had that first letter in there. And I looked at Jen, and she looked at me, and we went like this. We just didn't want to make a peep. And he lit a cigarette. He was all upset, and something like, I think the next thing I heard from him was, "I might as well go to the casino and have a drink," or something like that. He wasn't happy. Anyway, so the catchphrase, the one-liner for Jen and I for the rest of the cruise was, "Wow, this is some fine cruise this turned out to be." So whenever anything would happen, anything would go on, we would just look at each other and go, "Wow, some fine cruise this turned out to be." And we've used that line ever since. We've been on a cruise ship together. I don't know whatever happened to those two, but we did see them. We did see them on occasion, because you can't help but see your neighbors from time to time. We knew what they looked like, and we saw them occasionally, maybe going to dinner or whatever. But I got the impression that a certain gentleman was somewhat more frustrated on the cruise than he thought he would be on the cruise as the 7 days went along. Because there were certain extracurricular activities not taking place that he may have thought might have been taking place that weren't going to be taking place. And in any event, I can't speak to the exact details of everything and how it all happened or how it all worked out. But that was the funniest moment on a cruise ship. And we were looking at each other going, "We just got here. This is our first 5 minutes in our cabin, and we're hearing this. Oh my God, this is gonna be a great cruise. This is gonna be so much fun." So yeah, that was our funniest moment on a cruise. Jason Alexander, "Hey Bruce, it's been a while. Had YouTube issues that were really sick, but are all good now, and hopefully we'll be joining as a member." Jason, I'm glad you're here. You are welcome here. Kevin Chapman, "Greetings from cold, damp Central New Jersey. Feels like March." It's not right, Kevin. It's not right. Jason, 19 here, but a storm is moving in. Oh man, that's Kelowna. Well, I know Kevin was working on his audiobook. I'm sure he's way down the line by now. Thanks a lot, Karen, for checking in on him. Boy, Kevin, I'm sorry, Kevin. Jen is jumping on you like he's supposed to be working on his audiobook. Like, geez, what's going on here? Celebrity X Cruises, hello from Alberta. Hi there. Karen Griswold, hello, Bruce from New Hampshire. Lilacs are in bloom. It's the most wonderful time of year. Oh, it is. That is beautiful. Ours will start in a few weeks, I think. Won't they?
They're
just starting here. Sharon, long time no see, TWB family. That's right, Sharon. Welcome back. Sponsor member that she is. Kirk Brunson, sponsor member, brought another share of GameStop waiting for the takeoff. Way to go, buddy. Antoinette, OPZ, another sponsor member. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome, Antoinette. Ann Rogers. Hi, Bruce, Brent, and Ann from Ancaster, Ontario. Welcome from Ancaster, Ontario. Alan James LeBlanc. Welcome, Alan. Watching in the U.S. Virgin Islands. You were the first one I heard saying this pandemic will shut down the cruise industry. You were so very right. Yeah, I'm sorry I was. I wish it didn't happen, but it did, didn't it? It just, oh man, that was bad. Celebrity, hey, TWB, how is your day going? It's a beautiful day here in John Doerr. Ann Mon, hi from Sydney, Australia. No cruise ship till at least September for now. 70 Fahrenheit, vaccine tomorrow. Under 50 starts in 2 weeks maybe. That's winter. The beginning of winter in Australia. Oh my gosh, welcome, Ann. Lucas, will July be the month for the cruises to restart? We think maybe, but very limited. We'll see. Bullcraft Max. Any big cruise news today? India COVID situation is getting worse, but Pfizer vaccine approved for kids 12 to 15. That's true. I got a bit of news coming for you. Janie, hi Bruce from Melbourne. Cold today. It's winter in Australia. Manuval Camp. Hello, Bruce from Southfield, Michigan. I got the hiccups for whatever reason. Thank you guys for being here so much. Appreciate you popping in to see us. Ottawa, 15 degrees. Don't know gas because that would require going somewhere. Jonathan and Stephanie, welcome you guys. Edward, welcome, buddy. CDC lawsuit tomorrow. Can't wait. Charlotte, North Carolina, great at 77 degrees. Robert, mail out. Hi, everyone. Hello, everyone from Waterbury, Connecticut. Welcome from Waterbury. Lance, g'day, Bruce. Sunny and cool today. Beautiful. Andy, good evening, Bruce. Andy and Andrea from St. Louis, still cooler than Orlando, that's for sure. Oh, my gosh. SLGC Mets. Sharon, remember to hit the thumbs up button for Bruce. Please do. Thank you, everybody. Lucas, will July be the month for the cruises to restart? We sure hope so. Let's hope it happens. We have 133 folks here. Welcome all of you to the channel today. Lucas is going, huh? Andrew, hi, Bruce from Pittsburgh, California. Welcome, Andrew. Jennifer loves the name Pittsburgh. Amicus from Tampa, right on, Amicus. Arc Adventures Evening, St. Louis Brews. Andy and Andrea are here. Much cooler in St. Louis than Orlando. I'm sure it is. Bullcraft Max, what a story. Yeah, what a fine cruise this turned out to be. It was a lethal voyage. That's right. It was lethal. The stairs could kill. Oh, yes. Amicus is having fun. Kirk, on my cruise, got a little uneasy. Told my wife if we get a little tipsy, we would level off. It worked. John, we're Hybrid 67 and Sundown in Oquaca, Illinois. Jennifer got back at you for Mother's Day after Mother's Day. She didn't do as well on your makeup tonight. That's true. I still got a face for radio, no matter what the makeup is on my face. Antoinette, another sponsor member, laughing out loud celebrities. Everyone loves that story. Andre, Stephanie is here. Hi, Stephanie Dory. How are you, dear? Welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're getting better. It's nice to hear from you. We were all asking about you on the sponsor member show. Jeannie was on a cruise a few years back. Similar thing happened to a guy and a gal I met. She actually met another guy and moved into the new guy's cabin. Some fine cruise that turned out to be. Oh, man. Larry Barrett is in the house. Super sticker, Larry. Thank you, buddy, for the super sticker. Appreciate that. Oh, my God. Now, that is one fine cruise. Amicus, is that the real motive for the mystery cruise book? Is that laughing out loud? Lucas, will July be the month? We hope so. What a funny story. Stephanie, hi, Bruce, and all summer has hit Houston with a bang. It's 90 today, and it's still 89 right now in Houston. That is awesome. Send it up here. Arc, love that new cell phone amplifier design. Pirate, thank you, guys. Alberta is falling apart. Jeannie, funniest thing we saw on a cruise was an elderly guy at the buffet with a loaded plate in hand. lost his pants as they fell to his ankles. What do? Do you drop the food or do you pick up the pants? You hold on to the food. You hang on to the food. Oh, Lucas, will July be the month? Will July be the month? Lucas can't wait for the answer, or I've already given him the answer. Kevin, editing the audiobook tracks while watching hockey game and listening to Bruce, a multitasking baby. That's right, buddy. That's right. Right on, Kevin. John, where Bruce, I just have to help write your material. I just have to help you write your material. That's all. Chuck Spencer, what's going on, Bruce? Been a while since I could catch a live show. I'm glad I could make it. I'm glad you're here too, buddy. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for the thumbs ups, you guys, if you're able to pass one on to us tonight. RMS 492, do you think the pipeline that got hacked causes gas prices to go even higher? I don't know if they'll go much higher. Shouldn't really be an issue. Jeff, welcome to CSWB, cabin share without benefits. Some fine cruise this turned out to be. My eyes. Love boat, says John Weir. Love boat. Oh, yes. What a love cruise that was. Stephanie, getting better. Bank card fraud. Getting that straight. Be back with my Patreon soon. Oh, Stephanie, I'm glad you're getting better, and it'll all work out. Gregory, knowing my luck, I drive my wheelchair overboard. Well, let me tell you some news today. There's news out about from Norwegian. They're talking about this ship right here. This one right here. This is an image of a Leonardo class ship. Now, we've been told for years that Norwegian was going to design a ship that would look something like this in a Leonardo class, and that the word was about 3,800 passengers would fit on this ship. You'll notice there's no go-kart on the back of this one. With that cabin design in the middle of the ship, there's no way you're going to have a big, fat, wide go-kart track on the top of that ship. You can see how narrow the cabin area actually is. It's telling me that maybe in the back of the ship there might not even be inside rooms. There might only be outside rooms only, and in the front of the ship there might be some inside rooms. I'm not sure. I'm wondering also about the Haven. I'm wondering about the Haven class, because what I'm not seeing there, and what I'm wondering about there is where is the Haven Club on that cruise ship? Where is the Haven exclusive cabins and exclusive swimming pool area and all that? Is that reserved at the very tip of the front of the ship only? Is that maybe the Haven Club, only access to Haven members, and then the rest of the ship is open to everybody else? Or is that pool at the front half of the ship there, is that part of the Haven, and then from there back is everyone else can go, and then the back half of the ship there's a pool there? I don't know. Again, this is sort of a prototype kind of an image. But anyway, the folks at Carnival announced today that the new ship, the Prima, Prima, is the name of the first Leonardo class ship to be announced and built, of 6 that were planned. This one is supposed to be revealed to us officially in a couple of days. It sounds like Good Morning America will have it, or at least have a much more detailed computerized images. So we'll be able to see more of that shortly. And then the first cruise inaugural will be August 2022, with 10-day sailings beginning in September 2022, leaving from Copenhagen and Amsterdam to ply the waters of Northern Europe. That is the first area that this ship should be going towards. Now the question will be, after the summer is over in 2022, will the ship then do a transatlantic like Tom Henry is speculating? And will it work its way to perhaps Miami for the winter time? We'll see. Time will tell. But there's an idea of kind of what the ship will somewhat possibly look like. We'll wait for more designs to be released in the next couple of days. That ship is a long way from this ship here. Look at this one. You remember this one? That is the SS Norway. The Grand Dame. That ship was, I believe, known as the SS France, if I'm not mistaken, in her heyday. And then the SS France was acquired by Norwegian. They named her the SS Norway and ran that ship for a number of years. I believe on the front of that ship, you'll note there are 2 decks up there that look quite different because they're glassed in. The very top deck there, that was an addition of balcony suites to the top of that ship. And then the level below that, I'm not sure if there were balconies in the front and partial balconies along the side. I'm not 100% sure, but that might have been. And then the third deck, at the very front of the ship, you'll see the third deck, those small windows running right across the deck. That is where the captain and the bridge crew would be. That was the original bridge. And at one time, I believe that was the highest point on the ship for virtually anyone, although I can't be 100% certain on that. And it looks to me like just behind the bridge deck, you can just see between those life rafts, it looks like they may have converted some cabins there to be balcony as well. But the rest of the ship was definitely ocean view only and inside cabins only on this gigantic cruise ship that I think at its height, as the SS France would have held about 2,000 passengers, 1,900 passengers. But as a Norwegian at the SS Norway, I think they got capacity up to 24 or 2,500, perhaps that many passengers on that ship. Unfortunately, the ship suffered a mishap. They had the ship was in dock, and they had a boiler explosion in the engine area, and it caused, I think, 8 fatalities, if I'm not mistaken, among crew. And the damage was so severe, so bad, that it was uneconomic for Norwegian to restore the boiler area, because we're talking about a ship that would have run on bunker fuel way back when, and to bring the ship up to modern day standards would have cost far, far more than it would ever have been able to pay out economically. And unfortunately, that was the end of this ship's run as a passenger liner, and she ended up at the end being scrapped and lost forever. I think, though, the tip of the nose of that ship has been preserved. The tip was cut off and has been preserved. I think it's on display in France. Somewhere in France, you can see the tip of that ship as sort of a memento. And a lot of mementos were taken off of the ship over the years, over those last few years. But yeah, that ship had a great run, and it was a very beloved ship amongst fans of Norwegian. A lot of my viewers have been on that ship over the years. There you go. Interesting, isn't it? Let's see here. Some more comments. Let's catch up with you. More news. Let me get you some more news. Hang on a second. Hang on. Let me get this. Oh gosh, let me get this figured out here. Here we go. All right. Oh, by the way, greetings from both of us here. Jen and I want to say hi to you. I go out with Jen from time to time. This was Jen and I the other night. We went out to get some groceries, and Jen decided to throw something on, just quick, just quick. And it was a nice warm night, and she wanted to not be too hot, wearing sweatshirt and stuff. So she put on a quick little dress to kind of keep cool. And I thought I would, accompanying her. You can't go out of the house with Jen looking like a schmuck. So I put on the suit and tie, and we grabbed a Tesla and went for a spin. And we were looking at some spots here in the city of Creston. We're wondering maybe it might be an idea to open up a Bruce's Bagels joint. And we thought, boy, if we could envision it, it could look like that, and Jen and I would pose in front of it with the Tesla and let tourists take photos of us, because, after all, I am the resident YouTuber, we are kind of famous. But anyway, the other night we went out and we grabbed some groceries, came back with some chicken, some milk and some Diet Coke, and, Jen's got her purse, so we can always grab something on the go, no problem. But thank you for all of you for joining us, hanging out with us. We appreciate that. Like what I say, we're just having a good time out here. Anyway, let me move on to some more comments and catch up with some more news for you. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. Pipeline 5 might be a problem though. Hello, Bruce from J&N Travels. Welcome, J&N Travels. How you guys doing tonight? Welcome to the channel. RMS, do you think the U.S. will have a gasoline shortage due to the lack of truckers to deliver the gasoline? I don't think so. I think this pipeline will be up and running and be back up by the end of the week, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Ship looks really cool. Nikki, MS4, Bruce better hurry up and get his Tesla if he wants to take a road trip. Laughing out loud. Amicus, wow, what a difference of the ships over time. Plus the new technology upgrades. What a difference is right one to the other. It's unreal. So stylish, says Colleen. Bruce, face in those pics always cracked me up. Like I say, I'm just hanging out with Jen. You gotta be, when she gets dressed up, you gotta be dressed up. I can't be a schmuck in sweatpants. So I was allowed the other night to go out without a tie on. She allowed me to do that, but I had the jacket, and so she keeps pretty close tabs on me. You can see she's hanging on to me there. You're not getting away from me, buddy. You're going with me wherever we're going. Here we are the other night. I was really happy to be out. I mean, when you're caged up in this place for hours and hours, me just to get out. I mean, I don't mind putting on a suit and tie for Jennifer. She's got her image to keep up, of course, but so I'm just so happy to go, hey guys, how you doing? I see all the paparazzi waiting for us in downtown Creston. And they're waiting at all the hot spots for us. They're down at the Timmy's. They're down at the local bakery. They know we're going to hit the bakery, so they're waiting for us. They're waiting to take the latest photo of Jen with our hottest outfit on. I mean, they're waiting, so I tell you, I'm just grateful to get out, and it's just a relief. You can just see the relief on my face to get out of the house for a little bit. But boy, when you're out with Jennifer, boy, you gotta be on your best behavior, and you just, you gotta be dressed to the nines. I mean, after all, you're talking about, I'm hanging out with my Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife. I mean, there's no easy way out here. What can I say? Anyway, hi from a sunny but cool Richmond, BC. A belated happy Mother's Day to all the moms from Sandy Robinson. Thank you, Sandy. Vimo, hi, Bruce. I hope you're keeping it real as always. Always keeping it real. Those pictures are real. Rocky, not too hot. If the goal was not too hot, she failed. Arc Adventures. You hear Carnival's going to repaint the fleet as to match the Mardi Gras. I think this will be each ship enters dry dock. What do you think of the new look? They're going to add that little red and blue stripe, aren't they? They want to do that. Yeah, it'll be interesting how that comes out, because that's one. That's not that one. No tie. Like Bruce was not ready. Todd, in answer to your question last week, my first cruise was on the beautiful ship you just highlighted, the Norway, the SS Norway, 1991. From September to October 91 through Eastern Caribbean for our honeymoon. Our 30th will be on the 9/21/21. Fantastic, Todd. That must have been some trip. Bruce, any thoughts on the AMC? That face, oh my gosh. No thoughts on AMC. It had a good day today. I love that old ship's bow. Stephanie laughing out loud. Go, Jen. That's right. Jen looks hot. Does she look great? Other news today, Cozumel. There's an issue in Cozumel. The locals are not happy with the government of Mexico because it appears that there is a plot and a plan to add a fourth pier in Cozumel. And the locals are going, no. We're already handling 9 ships now a day. We don't want to go up to 11 ships a day. We only have 120,000 people on the island. 11 ships, 3,000 passengers or more. We're talking 30,000, 40,000 passengers in a day on Cozumel. No. That's too much. Our water plant only serves water to half its residents. The other half don't have running water in their homes. We can't handle this. This is going to put the strain on all the infrastructure. It's too much. Anyway, we'll see what happens with that. The paparazzi are hiding around with the bagels. I'll tell you, the paparazzi are everywhere. Bruce, I think your celebrity lookalike is a Christopher Walken. Maybe you're right. Anyway, so Cozumel residents are trying to run up a referendum and trying to vote to stop this project from happening. I don't know how this is going to work out. And you notice Bruce and Jen are practicing social distancing too. Yeah, you see, laughing out loud. Well, we're allowed to be together. I mean, we're a couple after all, but we're trying to stay away from the maddening crowds as best we can. And here we were right here. We were definitely away. I mean, Jen takes a good picture though, don't you think? I mean, boy, that outfit, when you see her walking up and down the aisleway of the grocery store with that outfit on, I got to tell you that people stop in their tracks. I mean, the guys that drive those logging trucks, I mean, they check out Jennifer's outfit and they go, wow, I got to get my wife to wear stuff like this. The other gals, they look at that and they look at me and they go, Man, you got something. I don't know what it is you got, but you got something, buddy, because you got one hot wife looking there to hang out with you. And of course, you know how famous I am with these photos, these posters about me. All over the place. I mean, these are all over town. You can see my face in there. I'm just, kind of in the middle of that poster, adjusting my glasses. I try to keep a low profile, but they put me with these people all the time, and what can I say? I'm a famous guy in a little town. What are you gonna do? You do the best you can. You go with your hot wife from time to time, and I'm just happy to get out. I'm telling you, I'm just happy to get out. It's just great. Anyway, there you have it. There's Jen and I, normally you'll see Jen and me like this. You'll see me at a Costco, and there's Jen's photo everywhere. She's everywhere. I mean, the royalties just keep coming in. Thank God she's carrying me for all these years that this channel was struggling. I'll tell you, I just do the best I can with what I have. And I thank you all for being here. I appreciate that. Anyway, we'll see what happens with the cruise business, kids. Cozumel has issues. Prima, new ship being revealed. I know that Norwegian wants to start ships in ports other than U.S. ports. We know that, Celebrity and Royal Caribbean, and we know they're talking about starting cruises outside the USA. We have to see what's going on. No cruise ships in Australia till September at least. So, there are ships sitting off the coast of Singapore waiting. What to do? A lot of ships are supposed to be sailing by now up and down Alaska out of Seattle. Nothing happening. Canadian ports are closed all this year. You can see why with the count numbers we have in Canada. There's no way cruise ships will be allowed into this country right now. Just too much. The France was cut in half in 89 and made into the Norway. Took a group of 65 passengers on the Norway in 93. NCL treated us so terribly, never used NCL again. Isn't that an interesting story? John, thank you for that info. Amicus smiling. MG, Jen, why did you settle for this guy? What has he got? What's he got? Stephanie, Bruce, you give the people what they want. Oh, there you have Stephanie. That's what I got. I give the people what they want. I give Jen what she wants. And here we are years and years down the road. We're still together, and she gets what she wants out of me. And I just beg her not to hit me. I'm just telling you, it's all good. Well, Jen does have work to do. I can't be all this with you, this YouTube empire of yours. It can't all be this. I can't even read anymore. What can I say? I must be doing something right. Jen hangs around and tolerates me. But, she's right here, hearing every word I say. You don't hear a peep out of her. You don't hear her objecting to anything I'm saying, so it must be true. She says she's counting. She's actually working on a little crochet right now. But like I say, when Jen puts on those outfits, that just transforms her into a different-looking person entirely. And I'll tell you, the paparazzi, they don't have enough. It used to be they didn't have enough film. Now they have these cards with all the memory in it, and I see them, just shooting photo all the time and changing out those memory cards, getting to their nearest computer to send the photos out around the world to show the world what Jen and I are up to. It's really something. Like I say, we don't want to inconvenience the town too much, so we kind of lay low. We try to lay low here. Hey, in your experience, how's the internet service on these cruise ships? Is it limited like when on a flight? Well, I got to tell you, it's been since 2015. I got to say, it's been a while. But in 15, we were able to use our phones on board the ship a little bit. But what I used to do on the cruise ships was I would go down to the internet cafe. They had an internet kind of a lounge, not a cafe, they had a lounge. And you would pay per minute. Like you would buy like a 60-minute plan for so much money, or 200 minutes for so much money. So I would just go to the computer a desktop computer in the internet cafe or internet lounge, and I would check emails and see how things are going. But that's what we used to do. We just let our daughter know we're alive and well and all's good. But we didn't send photos back and forth, nothing like that, just emails. I remember we were on that epic. We got to Jamaica. We got to Ocho Rios. And we took our cell phones with us and walked off the ship, got off to on the pier. And just before you went through the gates to get into the shopping area where all the buses were that would take you on the tour, there was a pub right there. a little like a cafe stand, and they had Jamaican red stripe beer, and we stopped right there, and we said, "Do you have internet?" They said, "Yeah, you buy anything from us, we'll give you a code to use the internet." Oh, okay, let's get a red stripe beer for Jennifer and give me a bottle of Diet Coke. And we sat down, we had an internet code, and we checked our emails. And I checked CNN and checked the stock quotes right from the pier. Or we didn't go any further in Oco Rio. We didn't get any further at all. Sat there for about an hour underneath an umbrella with a little breeze. Took some photos of the epic ship from where we were. Loved it. And then we walked back to the ship. We were only off the ship for like 2 hours. Great. That was all we needed from Oco Rios. And back to the ship, and we checked our mail. All was well. And I think it was the next day. The next day we were in, or was it? Was it the next day? Well, I'm trying to think now. I'm thinking. No. It wasn't. It was. Yeah, it was the next day or two. We were in the Cayman Islands, and we didn't use our phones on the Cayman Islands. And then the next day we were in Cozumel. That's right. And then we walked off the ship down the pier, and across the street, you walked over like a land bridge, like a sky bridge, and there was a shopping mall, like a 3-level mall. Many of you have probably seen it. They sell all kinds of knockoff sports stuff there. Anyway, we ended up in the Hooters. We ended up going into Hooters, and we ordered you had to order something. You had to order food and a drink to get free internet. So we said, give us the lava. What was that lava thing called? We had that chocolate cake and ice cream and chocolate sauce all over it. Brownies, yeah, brownie, and we had that. We split one because the thing was $6. It was huge. We split that. We couldn't even finish it, and then we had I think Jen had a margarita and I had a Diet Coke, and we got the code, the internet code. Used our phones again, contacted our daughter, and said hello to friends, and checked sports scores and the news of the day, and just hung out and watched TV. They had all these televisions on. We were watching CFL football from Canada. It was like replays. Couldn't believe it. It was hilarious. And the place was packing, and we were just having a great old time. And a couple hours later, we left and went back to the ship. And that was Oco. That was Cozumel. I'll tell you. Bruce is just a figurehead laughing out loud. Bruce is one lucky guy. You know I am. Jenna, every time we go to Bermuda, we hear about NCL hitting the reef or other ships decided not to risk it. Robert, is the USA-Canadian border they're still closed? Yes, they are. Bruce and Jen are inspirations for all of us. We try to live our lives. I had a wonderful time on the Norway a couple of years before her last cruise, says Sandy. MGM Family Travel. Hello, Bruce. Hi there, MGM Family Travel. Karen, hi, Bruce. I love your show. You're doing a great job. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you for popping in to seeing us. 138 of you are here. I hope you're able to give us a thumbs up tonight. That will really help us get us some more traffic for this channel. Arc Adventures. Andrew and I were thinking of Grand Cayman. Did your place have an ocean view, or whereabouts was it? We had two places down there. First 5 months, we were in House Sound near Red Bay. And then we ended up moving to a condo. It was a 2-story condo. We had a private little lake in the back of our condo. You didn't dare go in it, but they had a little private lake. And then just like a mile, not even that, a half a mile away was a neighborhood where they had canals that they were on homes on the canal. And we would just ride our bikes there, ride around there on weekends to see that place. And then, of course, we could drive to the beach within like 3 minutes. We would be on the northern tip of 7 Mile Beach. So we were not on the ocean, because had we been on the ocean, we would have been in a smaller 1-level apartment style condo, maybe 1,000 square feet, $3,000 a month US plus. Where here we were in a townhouse and we were paying about 2,200 US, but we had an up-down townhouse with 2 master suites. Each bedroom had its own private bathroom. And then downstairs we had the living room, the kitchen, and then we had a garage for the single car garage, and a patio, all sort of screened in patio with our barbecue out there. And it was all furnished, and it was quiet, and very little traffic, no tourists gawking at you. Because if you're on a condo on the beach, they're walking by your condo area. So it was different. We enjoyed it, and then we loved the idea of just driving to the part of the beach we wanted to go to, and then driving back home to our private little area. It was nice. Yolanda, I can't wait to cruise again. I hear you, Yolanda. Rocky, Sharon, how is Bruce doing with the thumbs ups? How are we doing, Sharon? MGM, Karen, son, hello there. MGM, I loved Hooters. Free Canada, Kirk. Hey, Bruce, Norwegian Prima should have Jennifer Aniston to christen the ship, don't you think? That would be something. They could hire the real Jennifer Aniston, or they could hire my Jennifer Aniston lookalike boy. Could do that. Gregory, we can only use internet in the lobby. What's the ship's policy on indecent exposure? I don't know. Okay, next question. How hard was it to get to go back to the cold of Canadian winters? Tough. It was tough. It was not fun. Bruce, have you thought about bagel-looking inner tubes for the summer? There you go. Bagel-looking inner tubes for the summer. Now you're talking. Yeah, it was tough coming back to Canada. I miss the desert so much.
I like the change of the season.
But Jen loves the change of the seasons. What can I say? Canadian girl. She's a prairie girl. A Canadian prairie girl. I kind of really enjoyed the fact that in the Cayman Islands and in Palm Desert, we had seasons, but very subtle, very subtle. And I really enjoyed the subtleness about those seasons. Spiker's Crazy Adventures, Arc Adventures. We have been binge watching your vlogs. We love them. Rocky Grasso, how did the Hooters staff appreciate Jen coming through the door? Was it she's a distraction to the male drinking clientele? Well, it was a good distraction. But we were off into the corner, so we weren't necessarily in the middle of it all. Sharon is saying we have 79 thumbs ups. We need 21 more. Kids, give us 21 thumbs ups if you can right now. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's get to 100. We like to hit 100 every show, if at all possible. Please hit the thumbs up button for us, and let's get us to 100 right now. That would be fabulous. Spikers, hey Bruce, how you doing, Spiker? Crazy. Jonathan, he is living in BC. He doesn't get Canadian winters. Michelle, I crochet while listening to, says Michelle. Arc, Spikers Crazy Adventures, thanks so much. Let us know your favorite. We'll check out your channel as well. MGM Travel, Bruce, do you think the Mardi Gras will be ported in Carnival, Canaveral on the 4th of July? Right now it's in Barcelona. It should be, but we're waiting for official designations. But we don't know 100% sure now. Bullcraft, thumbs ups, everybody. Spikers, Arc Adventures, the one with your parents, so funny. MGM Family Travel, hey Spikers again. Amicus, many arguments were had that night when Jen showed up. MG, in Southern California, the various seasons are various shades of brown. What I noticed was in the late fall, like summertime, it would be hot in Palm Desert, California, up to 114, 115, hot. Then they called it the big break. We got what was known as the big break, and that would happen in around October, where the highs would now only reach about 95 to 100, and the lows would get into the 50s, and that was the big break, because in the evenings you could open your windows and let in the cool air, and in the morning you'd shut your windows to keep the cool air in, to keep the hot air out. And as the days went on, it would get more pronounced. The days would only reach 80s for the highs, still gorgeous, pleasant. And then in December, November, December, January, you'd only reach like 50s and 60s for the high. So you would keep the windows closed at night because it would get too cold out. It would be in the high 40s, mid 40s. So you keep the windows closed at night, but you'd open the windows during the day. So you let the warm in and keep the warm in overnight, keep the windows shut at nighttime. And in the mornings when it would warm up, you'd open up again. And sometimes you had to cave and you had to hit the furnace to get the furnace on in the evenings to keep the house a little more like 75 instead of down to the 60s. Got a little chilly in the house. But in the evenings, you would wear a sweatshirt and sweatpants and socks and hang out. But in the daytime, you'd still walk around if you could with your flops, if you could. Those are the days, the big break in the winter, and then in the spring, we go the other direction again, and we'd warm back up. Share 90 thumbs ups, 10 to go. Keep them coming, guys. Thank you so much. Only 10 more thumbs ups. Keep them coming in. Arc, Spikers Crazy Adventures with their first cruise, newbies. Joe, trying to find alternative vacations to cruising, as there is no way I can wear a mask and be controlled to excursions and meet the CDC requirements and all that. I hear you, Joe. Spiker Arc Adventures, we were totally newbies. John Wood, thumbs ups for Bruce. Thanks, buddy. Spikers, arguments live. They were so much fun to watch. Well, as well, you guys. Amicus 50s are so nice in Florida. Vimo, oh man, Annie, Michelle, Nick, and 93 thumbs ups, only 7 to go. Single digits away. We're only single digits away from 100 thumbs ups. Keep them coming in, guys. Get me to 100 thumbs ups as quick as you can. I crochet as well, making a blanket now, says Michelle. Amicus, Hawaii, because of the rain, would be like that. Yes, the rain. Arc, Spikers Crazy Adventures, thanks again. We watched Day 6 last night, outtakes. MGM, Joe S. Mexico, right on, guys. Thank you for these thumbs ups, you guys, getting us over the hump here. That is just beautiful. I think we're just about there. Hi, Bruce and all from Sylvia. Hi, Sylvia. Arc Adventures, you got 98 thumbs ups right now. And Colleen, you got 100 thumbs ups right now, Bruce. You are at 100, and maybe we can climb. I think we have 156 people here. We could maybe get to 125 tonight. That would be great. Thank you, all of you, so much for hanging out with me tonight. Yeah, I miss cruising. I got to tell you, I love going on a cruise ship. What I really love doing is going to the spa, buy a week-long spa pass, unlimited access to the spa area, especially on Norwegian ships. They have beautiful spas. I know that we did the same thing on Holland America on the Amsterdam. On Princess, you didn't have to pay extra to use the steam room, use a dry sauna, and the change room area. You didn't have to pay extra for that. If you wanted to use the scented steam room and the ceramic loungers, you had to pay extra to get those. And then on Royal Caribbean, we were on the Explorer of the Seas, Jen and I. Did an 11-day cruise. You didn't have to pay to use the jacuzzi in the sauna area, the spa area. You didn't have to pay extra to use the men's or women's change rooms or steam bath or dry sauna. That was also no charge. But I didn't like it very much. It was pretty, really plain Jane. The Norwegian spa areas are really nice. The men's and the women's segregated. Really nice, and I really do enjoy using those. And then when you go into the common area, the spa area that's only for spa members, they have a big jacuzzi pool for both men and women to use. You have to wear trunks in there, and so wear your swimming suits. And then they have the heated ceramic loungers. You get to use those. And then on the Epic, they had the rear balcony. At the very back of the ship, they had a balcony open with loungers there, just padded loungers. And you could sit outside and watch the sea behind you going away. Beautiful, really nice. That was a real treat as well as part of your spa experience. But this was before the major renovation. I don't know if what's changed on the Epic since we were on it in 15. Sharon, 101 thumbs ups. We did it. Thank you, guys. Vimo, did you see that cruise ship line? The cruise ship line that Shaquille O'Neal was promoting. Was he any good? Laugh out loud. He's promoting Carnival. We are booked, says MGM Family Show. We're booked on the first U.S. voyage of the Scarlet Lady in September. Do you think it'll be a go? Boy, I sure hope so. It's only 2 years since they've tried to get it going, or a year, I guess, a year and a half. Man, oh man, I hope it happens. Joe S., MGM Family Trouble. It'll cost me more to fly from Boston to meet a ship in Mexico. Not sure it's worth the added aggravation. Sylvia, it was 70 degrees in Greensboro, 79 degrees in Greensboro, bad storm, and it started hailing here. Oh, no. Careful there, Sylvia. Amicus, thanks for all your time. Release the Bruce so we can rock. I understand. I'm with you. Joe S., we were in Jersey, so almost the same cost for us. Almost not worth it. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. Thank you for these thumbs ups. Keep them coming in. We got 163 folks here. I hope you're doing well out there. Like I say, we talked about the new ship, the Norwegian ship. She's coming out. It's the first of the Leonardo class. This was what they were looking like a few years ago, and we're wondering whether that will be the look going forward. We're not sure. We're waiting to find out in a few days what the ship will actually be looking like, and hopefully it'll all come together. Time will tell. We sure miss being on all of these different ships. I mean, who doesn't want to be on this one right here? Let me see if I can pop this one up for you. Hang on a second. Yeah, here's Pacific Dawn. That's a ship that is no more, unfortunately. It's no longer in the water. They've scrapped ships, as we know. We've had to say goodbye to a bunch of our favorites out there, and it is too bad, isn't it? just the way it goes. What are you going to do? Let me see if I got something else for you here. Hang on 1 second. Here we go. Let me go over into here and let me pop up some photos for you. Since we're hanging out, oh man, oh man, oh man. How about a shot like this? Wouldn't you like to be on something like this right here? See if that pops up. Wouldn't you like to be on something like that right now? Oh man, let me get to that comment. Let me pop that out of there. Sorry. Joe, MGM, nothing personal. I just got to get that comment out of there. Oh man, wouldn't you like to be on something like this right now in that kind of weather? Man, oh man. As Sylvia, a friend just called me because his travel agent's not getting the vaccine. She had to cancel her group cruise to Hawaii. My friend is very upset. Oh my God, that is terrible. I want to rock, says Bullcraft Mask. JNN Travels, hello. Spikers Crazy, guys. MGM, everybody. T is here. Hi, T. Mr. Frommert. We've been trying for several days now to connect you in relation to your car's extended warranty. Please answer the phone. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I've been very busy, Mr. T. I don't answer calls from the United Kingdom anyway. They're too expensive. They're usually collect. Thank you for being here, though. Hey, guys. Spikers Crazy Adventures. How you doing? MGM, hello everybody. How you been? Sharon, if I'm flying somewhere that will be my final destination, I'm not going to fly and cruise at this point. There's just too many things that can go wrong at this point in time. I hear you. Just fly down only and enjoy land accommodation. Amicus is smiling. Sharon, RFL at T. My friend got his vaccine to go on a group cruise, but the agent won't get hers. Unbelievable. Love you, Bruce and Jen, says Stephanie. Thank you guys so much. Bruce depressed me this morning, and now he's being mean. First he depresses me, and now he's being mean. I'm such a meanie. I'm just full of meanness. It's my style, man. It's what I'm all about. How about this picture right here? Would you like to be doing this right now? Check this one out. See if I can get this to come up here. How about that picture? Would you like to be doing that right now? That's on the gem, the NCL gem. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh man, oh man. That reminds me of the Jade. That looks very similar to the Jade at the time I was on the Jade with my daughter. Oh gosh, miss these days. Don't you all miss this? Oh man, it's just not right. We should be on a cruise ship, kids. We should be cruising out there. We should be enjoying ourselves and eating too much, consuming maybe a little too much, having fun, going to the comedy club and enjoying the comedy club. How about staying in a room like this? How about something like this room right here? Let me see if this can pop up for you. How about that? Would that be all right? Staying in a room like that, having your own coffee machine on board there, and the round bed and your balcony. Oh man, I'm telling you, it's just not fair. It's just not right. We should be doing so much more than that, don't you think, guys? Oh my gosh, we deserve so much more. But what can I say, kids? We are where we are. We're doing what we're doing. We gotta. I'm here in Creston. This is my neighborhood right now. I'm here. This is my surroundings. I gotta tolerate this for a while and hope that someday we can start traveling, get going again. I just can't wait, guys. I tell you. What can I say? But I don't want to be mean, but what can I say? Stephanie, you take care too, Stephanie. Just travel, just watching it work, says Jay and Travel. Arc, that ship looks amazing. We're booked on a very cruise NCL trip 2023 Vloggers Hangout Cruise, I think. Are there any updates for cruising? Just middle of July, and then we're going to see what happens after that, what the restrictions are going to be. Candy, I just don't know. Vimo, Bruce, you can build him a bridge so he can get over it. JNN Travels, Arc Adventures, love NCL Cruise Lines. With a school of jellyfish and flying fish swimming on by. There you go. That would be fun. Sharon Kevin is all about karaoke on ships. He puts on a good show. There you go, Joe. As an RCCL Diamond Plus member, I just sink my hard-earned money into something that will not be enjoyable. I just wish we could get things back to normal. I want to be there, says Larry Barnett. I want to be there, Darren. Jen and Travels, we are Carnival people, but want to try NCL, MSC, and Princess. Can't wait to cruise again. Larry, I'm a mountain person. Jeannie, a fun night. Catch you on Friday. Thank you, everybody. Folks, it's time to say goodbye. I got to say goodbye, too. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Some of you have watched all 4 of my shows today. I've been on 2 heists on Stock Markets with Bruce today. 1 hour before the opening every day, and then 1 hour before the close every day. I'm on live twice on that channel. So join me tomorrow on Stock Markets with Bruce as your Uncle Bruce. And then twice today, people were joining me here on the on the Hangout with the sponsor members on the Hangout show, and now for the big show. Thank you all for joining me today on 4 live shows. I'm going to do 2 live shows tomorrow, just on the Stock Market channel, though. I got to get some rest. Thank you all so much. Gregory, thank you. Sharon, thanks for another great evening. Bruce, take care. Love to Jen, you betcha. Jane N Travels, Arc Adventures, we're doing the same thing, but venturing from NCL to the ones you mentioned. Kirk Brunson, great 4 shows, buddy. You have a good one. Thanks, Kirk. Thank you for all your support. Amicus624, thanks, buddy. Thank you for being here. All of you for being here with me. We'll catch you tomorrow morning, 1 hour before the open of the market. 8:30 Eastern. I'll be on 8:30 Eastern tomorrow morning. If you want to have some fun with me on the Stock Market channel, we'll watch the stock markets together 1 hour prior to the opening, and then 2 hours into trading. Let's see what's going on. Hopefully we can make some money. Spiker's Crazy Adventures. Have a great night. Rebecca, enjoyed your show. Thumbs ups. Vimo, take care. Bruce, keep it real. I will. Michelle, good night all. Thank you, Michelle. Bullcraft Max, have a good night. Bruce, you take care, Bullcraft. Arc Adventures, thank you for sponsor membering this channel. Jan and Travels, you excel sheer free number of food venues. Crazy. Have a good time, you guys. Have a good night, everybody. Stay well. We'll see you Friday night right here for trivia. 7 o'clock Eastern time, Friday night. For sponsor members only, we have trivia Friday night, 7 o'clock Eastern. Make sure to come and join us, guys. Great show. Bruce, Arc Adventure says thank you, guys. Have a good night. We'll catch you later. See you tomorrow morning on the Stock Market channel. Bye for now.